You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. I have got something for you to consider today, and that is whether Taylor and Brooke might align against Ridge again. Remember, they aligned before against him with their pact that they made that blew up in both of their faces. But this time, they might be aligned in purpose and intent and not actually realize that they are secretly a united front against Ridge, because they don't talk anymore. They're not friends anymore. They might snark at each other now and then, but I feel like they're both going to be working towards the same goals, which puts them in alignment and against what Ridge wants. I'm going to explain all this to you. All right, so Brooke was listening to Ridge saying, oh, Liam is in love with Steffy, and I think that's, how it might go. He thinks it's a good thing. And Brooke I know that had to bother her because she wants Liam back with Hope, and she bit her tongue. And I think she's biting her tongue because she wants things to work out with Ridge, so she's not going to rock the boat. But then we have this behind the scenes picture that it was Brooke in the same outfit that she's been wearing for several days now, this white jacket with these big gold buttons, and it's her at the Malibu Cliff House. Maybe she was just posing on the set and they put it out to mess with fans, or maybe it just hasn't happened yet. But if Finn does talk to Brooke, or Brooke just drops in on Finn, I definitely think there's a chance she could help Finn behind Ridge's back. Brooke didn't like the idea of Liam winding up with Steffy, but she is not going to rock the reunion boat. And right now, because she hasn't said anything, Ridge thinks that the two of them are a united front. I don't think that at all. All right, now we're going to talk about Taylor. But first, if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our B&B updates, news, and more. So when Taylor and Ridge were over at Eric's house talking to Steffy, Taylor did not mince words with him at all. She has no reason to cave into anything that Ridge thinks should happen because she's not with him. She knows he's chosen Brooke and is getting back with him, so she's got no reason to pull her punches. And she flat out said that Steffy should go home to Finn and work things out, where it definitely seems like Ridge wants Steffy right where she is and away from Finn, and possibly leaning towards his fellow waffler Liam. So the other thing I still want to know is, why is no one tearing Ridge a new one? Because him and Dollar Bill are the ones that mucked everything up and set Sheila free. If anyone is responsible for Steffy and the kids being in danger, it's those two, for playing God instead of just letting the police go with the charges they had. That's just my thought. So it's interesting to me that Brooke and Taylor share a common cause. They both seem to want Steffy and Finn to stay together, but each of them for different reasons, very different reasons, polar opposite reasons, in fact, which is fascinating to me. So Brooke wants Finn and Steffy to stay together because she wants Hope to stick with waffling Liam. Brooke seems to me, to want Hope stuck in the same rut that Brooke herself has been stuck in for decades, which is fighting to keep a guy away from another woman that he also loves. So Brooke seems to want Liam with Hope, and that means Finn needs to stay with Steffy, and maybe it's because she thinks her destiny is this triangling, waffling situation. She wants it to be Hope's situation. Meanwhile, Taylor wants Steffy and Finn together so her daughter is not with a waffler like Taylor was for decades. So they want the same thing, but for different reasons. Taylor to protect her daughter from waffling, and Brooke to push her daughter to accept the waffling. I mentioned in our Bold and Beautiful episode, spoilers today, that one of our listeners commented that Hope and Steffy, and I also think Brooke and Taylor are waffle catchers. And he said that the guys are waffles, but they're waffle catchers. They are fighting over the Eggos. It's a Lego my Eggo situation. So while Taylor and Brooke are united in purpose, they are not united in intent. Brooke wants Hope to stay with a guy who loves another woman. Taylor never wants Steffy stuck in that position again. She said it flat out at Eric's house right in front of Ridge, and it was a very pointed barb at Ridge because he is the same type of creature that Liam is, and Taylor knows it and called him out. So on Tuesday, you heard echoes of Hope in what Taylor said, talking about how she wants Steffy to be with a man who loves only her. A very pointed remark aimed right at Ridge. Meanwhile, Brooke wants Hope and Liam to stay together, and she plans to keep working this with Ridge. And I feel like it is this twisted sort of double date of destiny if Brooke gets what she wants. All right, we have a couple more things to say, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news, and more. So obviously, everyone cannot get their way because Ridge wants one thing and Brooke and Steffy want another thing. Ridge wants Liam and Steffy together is what I'm seeing. If you're seeing the same thing, you probably agree with me. And I think Brooke and Taylor want Steffy and Finn together. Taylor because she thinks it'd be good for Steffy. Brooke because she wants to push Hope back into that same old rut. So what's interesting is the ladies may be working towards the same goal without ever realizing that their purposes are aligned and that they are actually both working together and against what Ridge wants. What do you guys think? Drop your comments below on what you think is going to happen with this storyline and where the two moms are going to go next.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.